earth are you, sir?
Well, I'm Graham James. I'm the Bishop of Norwich, and I'm married with 2 adult children, and I think I'm a reasonably happy Christian, and I try and spread a bit of happiness around Norwich and make certain people know about the good news, and I love doing all sorts of things with all the organisations in Norwich. So here I am tonight being interviewed just before we try and raise some more money for the YMCA to build second phase move-on accommodation for the people who are really in need in this city.
And thank you very much for this short interview. I really appreciate it, sir. Now, tell me, could the church be even more relevant than it is today?
Well, it's relevant, I think, when it's meeting people's needs. Here we are in this great city of Norwich, where Christians are feeding the hungry every evening in the streets, where they assist those who are suffering as a result of drug and alcohol addiction, where we've got the Magdalene group helping women in prostitution, where we've got the YMCA here assisting around 100 people every night in providing accommodation for them, as well as outreach in schools. I mean, I could go on. The amount of service of Christians is huge, so there's no doubt that it's relevant to the Christianity is relevant to people's lives through service. What I think is much more difficult is, of course, to help people see that this service derives from our love of God as well as our love of our fellow human beings, and that the two are connected, and they're connected, of course, in Jesus Christ, and without him there would not be this service of the wider community.
Bishop, do you think that the Bible is still an up-to-date, relevant book for the 21st century?
Well, it's the Bible which, along with the sacraments of the Church, forms my life. It informs my prayer. It's my family history. And that's very important. I mean, all of us love a family history. And what I sense in the Bible is I'm reading how God has worked in the lives of others in many previous generations. And as I read the words of Scripture, I realise God is working through those words, speaking to me today. I mean, in the Church of England, when I say evening prayer or morning prayer each day, we have to read certain bits so that we don't just read our favourite bits of the Bible. And the extraordinary thing is how often the scriptures that you read speak to the experience of that day. You know, I don't think that's a coincidence. The great Lord MacLeod, who founded the Iona community, said, if you think that's a coincidence, I hope you have a dull life. And God doesn't believe in coincidences. It's to do with his providence and his love.
Bishop, just one final question. Do you think that Britain is broken? And if so, who broke it?
I don't think Britain's broken. I think Britain's damaged, because human beings are all damaged. I mean, you're interviewing a damaged bishop, and here you are as another damaged human being. But
you met my wife then.
But the damage, of course, the damage is the damage of sin. We don't like talking about sin, but it's the damage that we talk about in relation to the fall. And damaged people, of course, cause trouble with each other. So when I see Britain, I see lots of people who are doing astonishingly good things that don't get publicised, but they can never overcome, without God's help, the damage that comes through sin and the fall. So, yeah, every society is broken at one level, but also every society has the capacity to be put together through love, and the love comes from God, and the love has been revealed in Jesus Christ.
Bishop, thank you so much for this interview. May God richly bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.